In an email you sent me, you said you have personas like Eminem, Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers. It's a thing for us genius black ghetto slave souls inside sexy white bodies.
Yeah. Well, you guys weren't that interested in hearing about my...
I'm interested.
Are you interested?
About the black ghetto slave soul inside, or...
What part of it were you interested in?
Well, sorry, you said you guys weren't that interested in
Well,
what?
So it goes back to my talk about white supremacy and trying to explain that it's an energetic matter. It's an ideology. It's a matter of ideology.
Wait, we did want to hear it, but then you hit the no button.
Well, because it did not seem that you really wanted to understand. It seemed that you wanted to propagate a particular ideology, and that's exactly what I was trying to talk about, but I wasn't...
Was it a... Sorry, go ahead.
So I'd like to explain the concept from my worldview so that you understand.
Cable donated $100. Madison, blink twice slowly if you're in danger.
So imagine from my perspective, right, that I see that there's a whirlpool and you're in a boat. And everything that goes near this whirlpool gets sucked down, okay? And I say, listen, you're in this boat, but if you go towards that whirlpool, it's going to suck you down. And you go, no, listen. From my perspective, it's not a whirlpool. It's a, I don't know, fucking zazzly baz. You call it a zazzly baz. And you go, and I think I can just sail right through it. And I go, no, stupid. It's a whirlpool, and you're going to get sucked down into it, and you're going to die. Don't do that. And you go, no, I'm going to do it anyway. And you just go out and you get sucked down the whirlpool, right? Mm-hmm. That's how it is with ideologies, too. So when somebody says to me, they're like, it's just my ideology, therefore it's just my opinion, and so therefore you trying to say anything about it isn't correct. It's like, no, I think it is. I think it's fine to say, see that vortex there? That makes no... Hang on. I'm almost done.
Okay.
Okay, so that little whirlpool or whatever that you're about to go down, right? Just trying to go, don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay, so you're trying to be my daddy?
No, I'm not trying to be your daddy. I would do that for a total stranger.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not really interested in being protected by you.
It's not an interest of you. It's an interest for me. So, whether or not you're a person who says, I'm going to pour gasoline on myself and light a match because I want to do this, because I want to be immolated and completely cook myself, and I see you going for that match, I'll still stop you anyway.
But the damage that you did to me in the last show, if I was not such an emotionally stable person, I would have gone home and myself.
Okay, so it's really funny.
I didn't feel protected by you emotionally.
I'm not there to protect you.
I thought you just said that you were.
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm saying that I'm making a comparison to an ideology and saying to you that I'm not going to keep your fragile ideology intact or not destroy the fragile ideology if it's bad, because that in some way is going to be emotionally painful. That's cognitive dissonance. That's what that is. It is emotionally painful to shrug off bad ideologies. That's true. That's true. It's just like saying, okay, my leg is broken. Okay, well, it healed wrong. I got to break it again so it heals right. It's the same thing. And the more you propagate bad ideology, the more you're going to see your ideology get broken over and over and over and over and over and over and over as the leg gets reset time and time and time again. You call that emotional grape, right? I call it logic and reason.
Okay.
I got a couple questions. You said that I don't want to reuse the words you precisely used. You said that you went home and wanted to harm yourself because of your experience on the show?
No, I was saying that if I was less emotionally stable, I could see how I would do that.
We've had over 1,000 people on the show. They're all fine.
When you assault
They're
men,
fine?
Couldn't that be the result of that too?
Couldn't
it be the result when you assault men?
Did you feel in danger?
Yeah, of course, yes. Of course, any woman who's not my wife, who in any way tries to put sections of her body near me like that in a sexually provocative way, is fucking dangerous as hell, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just
horribly dangerous.
I'm just curious. had Andrew done something similar and he like exposed himself?
Yeah, went over and just whipped it out. That would have
Like,
been okay.
would you?
I would be comfortable with that.
Oh my God.
Do you think most women would?
I'm not most women.
Right, but Andrew's not like you.
Because here's the
Andrew's
thing.
not like
but
you.
here's the thing. That's not passive aggressive. That is you literally showing me exactly what you're trying to do. When you use psychological tactics and emotional manipulation based off of my trauma responses, that is passive aggressive. That is then you trying to manipulate and hurt me. Rather than, I would literally rather you pull down your pants and put your in my face. Then I know what I'm dealing with. I did not know what I was going to be dealing with in the last show.
Yeah,
so
but-
it felt like that's what I'm saying. It felt like a manipulation and an emotional.
Yes,
because
I can
did not
understand.
know. I thought I was literally coming on a dating podcast.
So I can understand from the perspective of saying that you'd rather see immediate action other than what you would consider to be passive aggressive or manipulative.
I would
Hang
just
on, hang
rather
on, hang on.
see, put your cards on the table.
So other than manipulative tactics, right? When you're saying manipulative tactics, you're saying you would much rather see somebody be physically aggressive.
Yes.
Sure, I can understand that. That at least makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But isn't it also a form of passive aggressive manipulation to say, because I have trauma responses to perceive things, you don't know anything about me, there was no way for you to ever determine what these trauma responses would be, that me just having a normal conversation with you like I would anybody else on this show and have done 1,000 times, isn't that a form of manipulation?
Well, you had disclosed to me that you were not affected emotionally by anybody.
So
really.
did you. Same thing you said.
I'm deeply emotionally affected by people.
No, what you said to me was, you said, listen, this isn't a big deal, right? This conversation in this context doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me. That's what you said.
When?
But you said, this doesn't matter. I have no respect for you. And if I was a less emotional person, I would have gone home and off myself. I can handle it, right?
No,
No.
I was not saying that I had no emotion. I was saying if I had less emotional intelligence and tools to process those emotions, I could understand with this bullying that people experience, which I had not honestly experienced anything like this before. Nothing like it at all.
Yeah, I never experienced anything like that either. I
Yeah.
never experienced
Well,
a woman
welcome to
trying
the
to
club.
sexually assault me.
So now at least I feel like we're on the same playing field.
Yeah, no, it's not the same playing field to
I-
physically assault somebody versus your perception of guy made argument which hurt my feelings, therefore he emotionally raped me. That's
Okay.
absurd.
Okay.
That's like not in the same universe.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. On tiered logic, right? It's
Do
just
you-
not the same.
You win? You want me to tell you win?
I mean, yeah.
Is that-
yeah, you
is
know
that-
what? Yeah, say Andrew.
So all I'm trying to do is literally get to the point of, do you want me to get on my knees and submit
No. All I want you to do is engage with the arguments. That's it.
so that you can with me?
No, so I can understand your worldview.
So you can monetize with me?
No, so that I can understand your worldview.
You understand my worldview.
Really?
That's why you're
every
picking
time
it
I ask you a
apart.
question about it, I lead to the next, to the next, to the next, and I still don't actually get coherent answers.
Maybe that's well thought out on my part.
Oh, yeah, I stole your pen. It's well thought. So you don't want to tell me what your ideology is?
I don't want to tell my brain that you give a shit about understanding me because it's not actually true.
Yeah, listen, I would not be here if I didn't give a shit about other
False.
people's worldviews.
False.